Namaskar, I'm Karunya Venkatesh and you're watching the Tarkwad Show. Imagine going to a supermarket where every item from essential bread to a luxury car had a different complicated tax rule. For the past 8 years, this was the reality of India's GST system with its multiple slabs. But on September 22nd, 2025, a new chapter began. Welcome to GST 2.0. This isn't just a minor update, it's the most significant overhaul of India's indirect tax system since GST was introduced in 2017. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself called it a GST Bachat Utsav.
जीएसटी बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है।
Today we'll break down what GST 2.0 is, what it means for you, and the bigger economic picture behind this change. So what exactly has changed? The core of GST 2.0 is dramatic simplification. The old structure had four main slabs: 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. This often led to confusion. Was a flavored snack taxed at 12% or 18%? This complexity created headaches for businesses and consumers alike. GST 2.0 replaces this with a clean, two-tiered system. A 5% merit list for essential goods and services, an 18% standard rate for most other items. And for what the government terms sin and ultra-luxury goods like high-end cars, yachts, and aerated beverages, a new 40% demerit rate has been introduced. The goal is clear: make everyday life more affordable while heavily taxing non-essential luxury and harmful products. This simplification is expected to reduce classification disputes and make compliances easier for businesses, especially MSMEs. Major FMCG companies have already announced price cuts. For instance, a liter of fruit juice might be cheaper by about 8 rupees and a large toothpaste tube by nearly 20 rupees. For services, your visits to the salon, gym, or a hotel stay costing under 7,500 per night will also be lighter on the wallet, with GST reduced to 5%. The government is betting that these savings will boost household consumption, which makes up about 60% of India's GDP. However, no major reform is without its challenges. The government is taking a calculated risk. These tax cuts are projected to lead to a short-term revenue loss of around 48,000 to 60,000 crore. The bet is that this will be offset by increased economic activity and better compliance over time. Another critical aspect is ensuring businesses pass on the benefits. The finance minister has directed its officers to monitor price changes for 54 common product categories over the next 6 months to prevent profiteering. While the government doesn't have a strong legal provision to force companies, this scrutiny is a clear signal. There are also sector-specific concerns. Industries like fertilizers and certain textiles continue to face an inverted duty structure where tax on raw materials is higher than on the finished product, which can block their working capital. In conclusion, GST 2.0 is a bold move towards a simpler, more taxpayer-friendly system. By reducing the cost of essentials and aspirational goods, it aims to stimulate demand, control inflation, and ultimately strengthen India's economic growth narrative. While the transition may have hiccups, the intent is clear: to make the tax system an enabler of growth rather than a hurdle. This is Karunya Venkatesh. Keep watching Tarkwad to stay informed and updated. Namaskar.